I wanted to work in the community and I wanted to work for peace building in Pakistan. I felt that if I will go and I'll tell people that, see, this is wrong, they will never receive it. They will be like, who are you to come and tell me that my faith is wrong or my way is wrong? But I wanted to tell people that everyone cannot be the same. You and I cannot be the same. And the beauty of diversity is that we are different.
Hello everyone, welcome to SpearheadTalk Peace and Development Editions. I'm Get, I'm your moderator today, and in this episode, we're going to talk with Sonal. So please have a big applause to Sonal. Yeah.
Swadika, I'm Sonal. I'm coming from Karachi, which is in Pakistan and one of the metropolitan city of Pakistan.
Well, so please tell me more about your country, please.
I would say Pakistan is very beautiful and we have a very diverse culture. So we are one of the country who get to experience 4 seasons and our north and our south is very different. The north of Pakistan is known to be a mini Switzerland and the south of Pakistan is like the sea, the port. And one of the beautiful part is that when you go to 4 different provinces of Pakistan, you will get to experience entire different culture, 4 different languages, or many different languages and different cultures.
So I have heard that Pakistan is like the name of the country. It stands for like 4 tribes or like 4 nationalities, right?
So when Pakistan was formed, the entire ideology that every diversity, every ethnicity and every religion is welcome. So it's like Pakistan. So it's like the pure land, the land for everyone. That's how it was named and that's how when we got independence, that's how it was formed.
So you're doing research, right? So it is about preventing violent extremism through mental health and artistic tools, right? So can you please tell me more? Why do you doing this research? Why are you interested in this topic?
So I'm going to share a little bit about my organization as well. So I have a social enterprise in Pakistan and that's named Parinde Training and Counseling. Parinde is a Urdu word for birds. So my work started, I come from a minority group in Pakistan, but I never felt that I was a minority until in 2015, my community bus was attacked. And the attack was planned and implemented by a university graduate. So that was a very surprising moment where when I got to know that the plan was implemented by a university graduate and he ended up shooting 47 people. And I lost a very loved one in that attack. So I started thinking that every time when there is a violence, it's very easy for us to say that this person must not be having exposure of the community or maybe illiterate or maybe is not socializing enough with the people. But this person, he was a graduate of one of the finest university in the city. What went wrong with him? Why he did this? And how come it was easy to mobilize him? The extremist driver, why did they mobilize this student? And that's where I felt that, when the mental health platforms are missing in our society and when people are not able to have diversity, when they do not have exposure to meet people from the other faith, other ethnicity, it becomes very easy for our emotions to just take over us and think that, okay, everybody should be like me. And that's where my work started. That's where my organization started. And when I wanted to work in the community and I wanted to work for peace building in Pakistan, I felt that if I will go and I'll tell people that, see, this is wrong, they will never receive it. They will be like, who are you to come and tell me that my faith is wrong or my way is wrong? But I wanted to tell people that everyone cannot be the same. You and I cannot be the same. And the beauty of diversity is that we are different. So to tell people that to embrace diversity, to accept diversity, I chose a very soft approach. And I thought artistic ways of choosing like art therapy, going for music therapy, going for yoga, meditation, creating mental health space in Pakistan is one of the very soft way of countering and preventing violent extremism. And that's where my work started through my organization, because my community was attacked just once. But there are so many sister communities who have been victim of violence for a very long time, and there were no trauma healing program. And unfortunately, when there are no trauma healing program, there are greater chances for a victim to become part of creating violence.
So in terms of violence, there are like some kinds of violence like structural, cultural, or even like direct structural. So how do you define your project to tackle? Is that some structural violence or both with cultural and structural violence?
So we do several programs, and I believe that all different programs contribute to different kind of violence. So for example, one of our project is Khayal. Khayal again is a Urdu word which means take care. And that project was with the survivors of violence. And this included violence of all form, like people who have faced extremism, people who have faced domestic violence. And this was a 6-month-long program where the participant joined in to go through a healing journey. And the entire idea and objective of the program was to bring them back to be a productive member of the society.
Wow, so sounds interesting. So are your target audience mostly for the youth?
That's a very interesting question. I started my journey working with very young kids actually. That was like 8 years to 14 years when I was running this educational program called Jugnu. Jugnu means firefly, where the entire idea was to promote the critical thinking and questioning mind. But then we embarked on the journey to work with the young audience. And now our program is for everybody in the society. So sometimes we work with the corporate, sometimes we work with the all women group. But I can, if I have to be like, so I can say 50% of our program is for the youth. And one of the model which we use, I can say is the next Robin Hood model, is that we charge from the corporate, and the profit, we use that profit to take our programs to the marginalized communities in Karachi and larger groups in Pakistan, because we feel that mental health is not is not a luxury, but is something which should be affordable and which should be available to everyone.
So how you like using or design one program as an artistic tools for tackling mental health? Can you tell me more about this?
So I will give you just one simple example. So one of the very basic starting activity is that we have all the art forms available, like the art material available, and we ask our participants to think of a metaphor. Think of a metaphor which defines your strength. And it could be like, you can go abstract, you can, if your drawing is good, you can draw a drawing, and just use art as a tool to express yourself. This is how we incorporate art therapy. Then we have music therapy program. Then we do the sound bath, the sound healing programs in that. So we go for all the soft approaches which we feel that, many experiences are very difficult to express through the verbal communication. And that's where the artistic tools come in, which help us to take out all the experiences from our body, which usually are very difficult to, to express in the words.
Well, so is there some support or collaboration from your government?
I have been part of Pakistan's first National Youth Council, which was formed by the Prime Minister Imran Khan. So there was no monetary support, no financial support available, but that really helped us to make our space in the policy making. That also helped us to initiate the first mental health dialogue with the Planning Commission of Pakistan, where the people from the mental health ecosystem were there, and we pushed for the policies. One of the success is that they decriminalized the suicide in Pakistan. Until last year, suicide was it was criminalized in Pakistan. But I have worked with the government of Gilgit-Baltistan, which is the northern part of Pakistan. So there we have received a lot of support. And we actually launched a trauma-informed schooling program in the northern Pakistan. So yes, I won't say that we have the larger support available from the federal government, but the provisional government, yes.
How different about the artistic workshop between just normal and regarding the project regarding of the violent extremism? Is there any difference?
Yeah, there is a huge difference. So, for example, when you are just doing an awareness session of, okay, come on, and we are just gonna talk about the peace building, but what is the sustainability? Versus, I feel when you are bringing the artistic tool, you really engage people and give them a tool to practice and to hold with someone. So, for example, when I engage people into the tool of just talking about that, like diversity, but when you are just talking about diversity, with the artistic tool, you are able to give them something which they can practice at their own and which they are able to, like, take with them into the larger society. So I feel that's very different when it comes to the artistic tool. I also feel the art has a power to break the discipline and strictness which is given by the larger society. And that is why in Pakistan, every time when they are trying to make some changes in the society, the first thing they do, they take the art away from the society. So for example, the walls in the city have these slogans written all around. So one of the movement which one of the organization I Am Karachi started was to paint the walls with beautiful murals and things, so, and to bring the festivals back in the city. So I think art in that way bring the softness in the society, because it's very natural when you're around the color, when you have tool and you have freedom to do something. In comparison, when you talk about the other programs which are working towards the countering violent extremism, they give you very little freedom to do something at your own. And whenever there is a creativity, there is a freedom, that becomes very easy for you to open your mind. So I think when it comes to the softness and breaking that strictness which is given to you and incorporated in you by the society, I feel art does a very great job in that.
When we look back into Thailand, mental health is another increasingly concerned issue right now, and most is for the youth, because youth nowadays has experienced a lot from the cultural clash between the adults and the schools, and in some other regions of Thailand, in the most deep south part, there are like population, a majority is Muslim, and there have some conflict, like some separatist movement too, and there are some violent extremism in some cases like you too.
So I feel mental health is a taboo topic globally till now. It's not just the global south, but even in the west, is still not very accepted. And when it comes to artistic tool or for the mental health program into the larger society, so no matter how much the mental health advocates and practitioners like me, we talk very openly about that, it's fine to speak up, it's okay to be not okay. But for a person who is struggling, because we are not habitual from the childhood or from the academic system to speak about it, so that's why people are hesitant to speak about their mental health struggles. And when there is no larger mental health expression and tools available in the society, that's why the artistic tools and mental health tools are also going into the silos. So for example, you will see a lot of programs even in Pakistan. So now we have mental health programs for the corporates. We have mental health programs for countering violent extremism. We have mental health programs for women leadership. But at some point, I also feel that these kind of programs are somewhere now creating a larger awareness. So I feel that for Thailand as well, if even people use the power of social media and start speaking about it or run a campaign about it, we also have some of the organizations working for the mental health of LGBT community, which is not very well accepted in Pakistan, but now people are there who recognize that because of the identity crisis, these people are suffering and they should not suffer, and they're offering their help to them. So I feel using the power of working in silos and the social media, we can create a larger awareness and acceptance and a space in Thailand as well.
In case of Thailand, maybe we can just help create some ecology for mental health to be open up topic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So what do you want to tell to the audience?
What do I want to tell to the audience? Before that, I would just like to share a small thing. Currently, we are running this social internship program in Pakistan, Guftagu, which means dialogue. And the entire idea of the program is to have students to become organizers and advocates for the mental health program. So I feel for Chulalongkorn University and for the other universities of Thailand. So that could be a very good idea. I understand that there already is a mental health club that have 30 students or have 50 students, train them to become organizers and mental health advocates. Again, I will repeat that they do not become the mental health experts, but they become the mental health advocates and organizers. And for the universities in Thailand, I will request you that please, incorporate civil society with your work. I think in Pakistan and in Thailand as well, this was my message in Pakistan as well. Last month, we did a resilience conference in Pakistan from my organization. And I tell them, I think we worked enough in silos where civil society and academia is working in silo, but mental health is something which civil society and academia need to incorporate and integrate together. So even in Thailand, I will request that the civil society and the universities now need to come together and understand that the students have a lot of power where they can, if they become the advocates and organizers for mental health, so with their social change initiative, they can reach out to the communities. So that's where we do not need a lot of mental health experts, but with the little awareness, we can reach out to the people. And I feel that mental health is not a luxury. This is something which is a very basic human right, and everybody should have it. That's my work in Pakistan too, and I think that's a very basic need that should be there here in Thailand as well. So please include more students in the work of becoming organizers and advocates for mental health, and please accept civil society into the academia.
Well, and that's all for today. I thank you very much for sharing your knowledge and your experience today. It is very contributive. Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's time to say goodbye now. So please follow our next episode from the SpearheadTalk. So see you again. Bye-bye.